Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my first hurricane outlook and discussion. So this will be my first one. Obviously hurricane season started in June 1st, but I'm going to start uploading more regular. It's been a while since I've last uploaded, but I'm going to start uploading more regular. So in today's video we're going to be looking at how the sea surface temperatures are looking in the Western Atlantic and in the tropics, and we'll be looking how they compare to average. We're going to be looking at ocean heat content, see how deep the warm waters go. So obviously it's one thing saying, oh, it's 26 degrees at the surface, but a very important factor is how deep does that go. If it's just the skin of the ocean, then it can get up well quickly and chin up cooler waters, and then it can and then eventually it could lead to weakening the storm, but obviously it has to be going slowly. Or if the ocean heat content's really deep, then that means it can churn up warm water, and then it'll just keep replenishing warm water, so then it'll be more unlikely for it to upwell cooler water, so then it'll have more energy, more latent heat, and then it can intensify more. So the first thing here is the sea surface temperature anomalies. And as you can see in the Western Gulf, it's still cooler than average, but it's still warm and like between 27 and 28 degrees. But it will start to warm up very soon at some point, I would imagine. But look at between the central parts of the Gulf and eastern parts of the Gulf. This goes to 2+ degrees above normal, and even the Bahamas as well. Now that's really important, because like this bit is basically showing it's well above average, and if a storm tracks over this kind of area, and if there's low wind shear, there's low dry air, basically, if everything's favourable, and if a storm comes in this area, it's very favourable from basically a temperature's point of view. So that's the Western Atlantic, and in the parts of the Caribbean is bits of below average, especially the southern parts, but on the whole it's well above, it's quite a bit above average, between 0.4 and probably a degree above average or so. The Antilles Islands is around a degree or so above average. So all in all, it's quite a bit above average in the western parts of the Atlantic. If we look at the tropical Atlantic, there is spots of cooler anomalies on the coast, on the east coast, on the coast of Africa, central parts of the MDR, the main development region. But there is some parts that are warmer than average as well. On the 7-day change that I was looking at before, it is slightly warming up compared to yesterday in the MDR. So we'll see if it's going to start warming up. And the reason why it's a little bit below average is because the Saharan area is really prevalent. So that means there's a lot of dust coming off the east coast of Africa and coming westwards into the Caribbean, into the Gulf, then into the southern states. And what this does is, when there's a lot of Saharan dust, if it's like hard enough for the sun to like basically to go through the dust into the ocean, so then it finds it harder to heat up the ocean, so therefore it'll won't warm up as quickly. But once that starts to relax in the coming weeks and months, it'll start to relax, and then the temperatures can start to rise and rise and rise. And interestingly, in the North Atlantic, it's well above average as well, so that's something to keep an eye on. If we look at the actual sea surface temperatures, the Bahamas is 31, 30, 32 degrees. Eastern parts of the Gulf around 30 to 31. The northern parts of the Caribbean's in the 30s. The Western Gulf is 28, 29, below average, but still supportive of hurricanes. It's starting to get warmer now in parts of the North Atlantic, off the east coast of the Carolinas. And obviously it's going to get warmer and warmer as it goes on. The Antilles are around 28 to 29. There's a spot of 30 there. So all in all, on a sea surface temperature point of view, it's well above average, especially for off the coast of Florida, parts of Cuba, northern parts of the Caribbean. So all in all, from a thermodynamic point of view, it's looking pretty concerning for the hurricane season. In my predictions, by the way, I'll probably do a proper video on this, but my latest thoughts on the hurricane seasons is probably around 18 to 22 hurricanes, 9 to 11, 18 to 22 named storms, 9 to 11 hurricanes, and 3 to 6 major hurricanes. So to repeat that, 18 to 22 named storms, 9 to 11 hurricanes, and 3 to 6 major. That's my current thoughts on the season so far. And in the next couple of weeks, I'll probably do my final thoughts, and then I'll probably do an upload. But so far it's looking really kind of concerning, and it could be well above average. In the ACE, meaning like accumulated cyclone energy, I'm going around 160 to 200, which like is well above average. So that's my thoughts currently. If we look at the tropical Atlantic Sea surface temperatures, parts of the eastern MDR here, obviously the spots are below average, and you could see around the Cape Verde Islands it's around 25 degrees, and it is starting to advance northwards. So in the coming weeks it will get into the 26s around this area, and it will start advancing northwards. So all in all, it's going to become more favourable and more favourable as time goes on. Now on to what I was saying, the ocean heat content. So the skin of the ocean could say 30 degrees, but how deep does the warm waters go? And if you look at the MDR, it is starting to come up more north. The ocean heat content, it's still like not much around the Cape Verde Islands, but there is some south to it, and it is advancing northwards. But look at the Caribbean and parts of the Bahamas and Gulf. It's like between 100 150, so that's 150 meters below the surface. So that's a lot of fuel, but basically for hurricanes basically. So that's really concerning, and we'll watch this in further updates. If we're looking at the GFS latest model output here, so as we're going into the weekend, beginning next week, middle of next week, the end of next week, there's nothing really. We could see a bit of a low pressure form off the Carolinas. It might become designated, but it just all depends really. And there is activity in the Eastern Pacific, which I might do a video on tomorrow maybe, but there could be a storm that forms off the Carolinas, might get a name, but I'm not 100% sure. This could become subtropical, but it's obviously really far out now, so it's really become unreliable then. So we don't really want to talk about this because it's well far out. But if these were to come off, the might come named, but obviously it's far out as I say. The MDR is looking really quiet because of the Saharan earlier, but as we go on though, it will change. And what Ben knows being shown recently on Twitter is there's really a lot of moisture over parts of Africa, West Africa, in the Western African monsoon. So as we go on into end of July, August and onwards, the MDR will become more favourable, and we'll have to look at the MDR for storms, and we could see some spin-ups in the Caribbean as well. So we'll just have to watch out really in the coming, well from now really, because it's hurricane season, so we'll have to watch out. So yeah guys, I hope you found this video informative. It's been a while since I've uploaded, but I am planning to start coming back and doing more uploads and become more regular, and I will do a video tomorrow on the Eastern Pacific. So because the Eastern Pacific looks like it's going to be waking up, so that'll be interesting. The Western Pacific's looking quiet for the next 2 weeks anyway. There's a lot of sinking motion there. The couple Kelvin wave is coming through in there will be a lot of pretty potent African easterly waves coming off. So there will be a lot of like vigorous waves, but they won't develop because of the Saharan earlier. But as we go on, it will become more favourable as we go on. Wind shear's below average for this time yet, and it will continue to drop. So it'll be interesting to see like where it goes. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll do another video tomorrow.